Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Coli with Royalty Tech. In our Menards video, we did that walkthrough to see, what can we get at Menards to mount a TV. All right, we went and we picked up this guy. Picked up this guy here. This is the Barcam fixed extendable mount, and I want to pretty much show you guys and give a small little review on exactly how this mount actually works. Okay, so first thing, you got to put it together. All right, so that's the first thing. It's easy to put together when you know exactly how to actually assemble everything, but now we're just getting ready to see, pretty much how it works. Okay, so this here is the finished product. Okay, it's pretty sturdy. If you look on the back of here, that's where the screws are actually going to be mounted, and then of course this is the front. Okay, the extra pieces for this is the extended arm, if you need to extend it. Okay, so we're not extending it today. We're just going to put it down here in the basement. We're going to throw it on concrete. So of course with that you don't necessarily need a stud finder, because again, this is all brick. So you don't need a stud finder at all. The one thing that you do need is a 3/8 bit to make sure that you put those lags in. Okay, and that's pretty much what we're going to do today. Okay, so stay tuned and just be on the lookout. I'm gonna throw it right on my chest so y'all can see exactly how I work. All right. All right, so of course the first thing we're going to do is going to drill our pilot hole. Of course, I always start with something small. Okay, this is going to mount a small TV, so of course you really just want to have it at a decent little angle here. And how the customer wants to actually mount this one is he wants to actually he's going to be working out down here in the basement, so I always just do a couple little pre-drills here. That way I know exactly where I'm going. Alright, now that I got those pre-drills out of the way, I can actually crank my drill up and actually drill. And you guys can see how easy it is to drill using the bits that of course I typically use. All right, so now we're gonna throw our 3/8 bit on here. Okay, and then we're just gonna open it up. Okay, and then from there, take our little anchors here. We're just gonna pop those in. All right. Okay, so we got our small little trusty hammer here. We're just gonna hammer that in. I think I should open all of these up just a little bit more. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. These anchors, whenever you read the instructions and you're looking at what size you need to actually fit it, again, and this is one of the reasons why I really don't care too much for Menards mounts, is because again, it said a 3/8 hole. When you drill a 3/8 hole, the anchor itself is a little bit bigger than a 3/8 hole. So that's pretty much one of the things you run into whenever you are dealing with Menards products. A lot of times, a cheap mount is exactly what it is. It's a cheap mount, and you never really know how good the quality of this mount is actually going to be. So I can already say, as far as time goes, this is a very time-consuming mount. So it's nothing that, you know, I would say it's going to be very quick to actually throw up and mount. So already off the cuff for me, as far as a mount that I would use on a lot of jobs, I'm not thrilled with this mount. And you can see, like, right off the back, you know, how it's gonna go. I mean, even once it's up there, it's pretty much up there, you know. That's locked in. It's not going anywhere at any point in time. So again, mounting it on the wall, again, this is perfectly fine. As far as, you know, would I recommend it? No, I won't. But again, to throw something up in a pinch, you know, you need it for a small project, you don't mind spending the extra time, you know, assembling it, putting it together, putting the screws on there. It's fine. Like I said, me personally, I would never recommend this mount, or would I tell anybody to go get this mount. All right, so let's go ahead and throw this TV up and we'll be up. All right, and you know, as we're putting this on here, these are the brackets. You know, nothing to write home about. You know, real flimsy, you know, type brackets. Like I said, this is not something I would recommend. This is a very small TV here. This is a 50-inch TV, and as you can see, the mounting bolts is literally top and bottom of that. This is a Hisense TV, but again, for, you know, a situation like this, again, I'm not really, you know, too thrilled about it or anything like that. It's gonna do the job. It's gonna, you know, be fit for what you need, but I'm not thrilled. And then, of course, you know, if you're looking around and seeing all the stuff downstairs, this is not my house, as you guys already know. This is what you will expect if you are coming into other people's locations. You know, the privacy and all of that. Like I said, this mount is together. Yep, mount is good to go. It's hanging up. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to come down. Like I said, it's not really one of my favorite mounts to use. So again, I do not recommend this mount in any stretch of the imagination. Again, he doesn't have any outlets down here in this basement. So of course, we're going to make it stretch all the way over there. We have a very small extension cord, so I don't really think it's going to be extended enough. But again, it's a basement. I'm in somebody else's location. So we'll see exactly what it is that we can do. You know, make sure there's power to the actual TV. You know, like I said, things happen a lot of times, you know, day-to-day life. You know, I'm not here to judge anyone about their current living conditions. I am here only to do a job, and a job, that's all. So, you know, my business, my first priority is always get the job done, and not try to criticize someone for their personal living habits. All right. So, as we can see here, red light is on, and we're just gonna find the power button on the back of the TV. Here it goes. And there's our screen. All right, so TV is up. It looks decent. Like I said, is it something to write home about for the mount? Not really, but again, this is it. All right, everyone, again, this is Kolai with Royalty Tech, Royalty Installations. All right, again, you know, you just see me do another install This time I kind of walked you through it a little bit, showed you exactly, what I thought about the mount. Again, I don't think it's anything to write home about. I would not recommend this mount at all. However, again, I wanted to review the mount. Want to see exactly how it would work, how it would assemble, if it's something that's great. Okay, if you guys like this particular type of content, just let me know. Okay, I'll drop some more content like this. I do have a couple other videos that I got coming out for you guys. It's pretty much just a day in the life with me, as I just go and just do installs when I get the calls. All right, so just stay tuned. I'll see you guys on the next one.